Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Starfield, where last time we spent a ridiculous 40,000 credits helping out some old Earth refugees, and my reward for that was being told by them I didn't help them out in the right way, so we had to then go and help out the people who weren't happy about the way I helped them out. So, okay, that's the last favour I'm doing for those decks. And today we've made our way here, to the rather gorgeous world of Cassiopeia 1, where apparently, yes, once upon a time, Sarah crash landed, and so did her lost crew. So, okay, let's go find them. Step 1, Sarah apparently, yes, wants to have a bit of a chat, because I suspect she's got some stuff to work through here.
Phew. Okay, so, let me get my bearings for a moment. Yes, this looks correct. Those rock formations nearby look familiar. My old campsite shouldn't be far. Once we get to the campsite, we'll use that as a starting point to search for the cruise shuttle wreckage. Let's go.
Okay, so presumably, yes, over here, I can see an old ship by the looks of it. So that'll be your shuttle, because there's going to be two. The one you came down in, that came down safe, and the other one, though
useful out here.
I wasn't 100% clear whether, yes, that one exploded in space or just came down really hard at some point. So that over there is, right, that's life signs. Probably not her crew, therefore, given they're very dead. That's kind of the entire point. So yeah, looks like you came down in presumably this sort of a direction, crashing here and then sort of scattering debris over to this side. Logically, yeah, you turned the remains of the ship into your camp, if I had to guess. Here we go, by the looks of it, yes, presumably you had to rig together some form of beacon, together with, yeah, this will be a fire, cooking pot, etc, etc, and on top of that, moonshine. Okay, you were having a cooking party down here. Good job, Sarah.
Well, this is it. This is the spot where I spent close to a year waiting for rescue. Not exactly Paradiso, is it?
Okay. I can't recall if she said the exact length of time previously, but a year is a long time, especially as, yeah, this planet is not like dangerously hot, but it is today like 37 degrees C. That's still bloody warm, and, yeah, just out of interest, is there, like, no water around here? Like, surely you'd set up a new camp, somewhere nearer to water.
When my ship hard landed on the surface, it broke apart. There was no fire, but I was pretty badly injured. Had to crawl from the wreckage. When they finally rescued me, the UC medics said I had 3 broken ribs, shattered my ulna, and had internal organ damage. I was in the medical ward recovering for almost 6 weeks.
That might explain it. You weren't exactly in a position to go exploring and setting up a brand new camp somewhere. You just had to scavenge and utilise whatever you happened to have to hand. Okay, so yes, this will be how she survived the heat, spending a lot of time in the escape pod itself. So, yeah, bed here, various bits and pieces. Unfortunately, yeah, to get the doors open and explore properly, we're going to need a power cell of some description. And until we've got that, okay. Various tracking data is not functioning. The ship's in low power mode. Gotcha. Here we go. Must have set up, yeah, the emergency beacon that we heard about up top of this here cliff. So, that's all fine. Should be able to mosey our way up there, if for no other reason than I've got a bloody jetpack on me. Seriously though, Sarah, how on earth did you survive here? Like, there's no cooking water. I mean, there's plant life here, and plenty of animals, and it's a temperate climate. It must rain on occasion. And yes, logically, you can't need a jetpack to get up top, because if you did, then she wouldn't have been able to get up top to put the emergency beacon down. So, here we go. Sarah's crash site number 2, but also, that's not a rock.
Setting up this beacon probably saved my life. Who knows how long I would have been stranded here.
Okay, Sarah, I'm going to suggest we get shotguns out now. Because Okay, I'm opening fire now because, yeah, that's not a rock. Let's just... Oh, there's several of them. Sarah, I've made a mistake. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Okay, this is... Ow. Okay, this has gone wrong. Just jetpack up onto the top of a thing. I'm sure it's all going to be... He just flipped himself off into space. I don't know where he just went, but he Bethesda'd off somehow or another. Right. You could go down. Okay. Well, I'm glad I noticed those bastards before they ambush me. Okay, that's them nice and dead, but right. I think I see another one in the distance. Watch out for those weird rocks, because they're not rocks. Alright? One power cell. Lovely. Okay, back to the McGibble, and... in the power goes. Beautiful. Meaning now, yes, we can maybe track down the other thing. So obviously she did figure out where Shuttle 2 went down. The problem is several thousand kilometers away, so right, we're gonna be taking the ship. Gotcha. And just to add to her guilt, right. Eventually, yes, the computer, etc. started eating up power. So she had no choice but to turn off all non-essential systems aside from her transmitter saying, hey, I'm here. So in the event they tried to reach out to her, yes, they would have got no reply. And here we go, telemetry. So Object Alpha, the Dauntless, that was destroyed. So okay, nothing really came down. It exploded in space and then everything burnt up in orbit. Object Beta, however, right. So now we've got ourselves an actual destination. Lovely. I do enjoy, by the way, how, because yes, this is like, you know, literally grid coordinates written in letters and numbers, 677, etc. She could have come back and done this, like, 18 years ago, if all she'd done had been write these letters and numbers down on a notepad before turning off the computer. So okay, here we go back onto the ship, and there's ship number 2. Okay, this would appear to be a much more lush and less deserty environment. Temperature down to... still 37 degrees. Okay, it's apparently, yes, very humid here. Also, just keep the scanner on, because apparently, yes, this planet likes messing with you. Okay, just... through a cave. If anything's planning to jump out and say boo, we'll see it ahead of time if the scanner is on. So just keep that on. I do not trust this planet. This planet's a jerk.
Wait. Did you hear that?
I mean, I heard the hunting brain sprouts. That's certainly true. I'm gonna be honest, it's, oh, don't like it, mind. Oh, that's creepy. Like, it's a lot less scary than the weird, terrifying rock creature. Those were a lot tougher. But I don't like the fact it's like a giant ground fly, but with tentacles coming out of its eyes. Oh, no. No, okay. We're not looking at that anymore. We're just, like, gunning those down from a distance, because those are weird and I don't like them. Oh, but here's interesting as we come down. So, okay, near, yeah, her site, there was nothing but life forms, natural stuff, etc., etc. We've got one ship here, but there's also a structure less than a kilometre away. That could be something they built. I'm guessing, yes, we're eventually going to be going in that direction to track down that. Oh, they even had a pond nearby to them. Okay, these guys had it cocking easy, assuming they weren't all dead when they landed, which they might have been, I'm not sure. Oh, they didn't just survive, Sarah. They properly set up, like, you know, a tiny village. Arguably a lot more impressive than yours was. Oh, hang on. It is more than that. Agriculture, by the looks of it. Clothes hung out to dry that haven't gone, like, you know, tatty. Okay, is Sarah going to feel better or worse in the event it turns out someone's been living here for, like, 20 years? Because if they have, one, she gets to, like, you know, rescue them, or at least offer it. But on the other hand, she didn't get round to this for 20 years, so... okay, I'm not sure whether she's going to feel better or worse when we pop up here and say hi to whoever this is, precisely.
Oh, I'll shoot if I have to. Just turn around and leave. I know how to use this thing, and I will.
Oh my god. Who are you?
I'm nobody. Just go away. I'm not going to let anyone take my stuff again. No way. Both of you, just go!
Okay, too young to be, yes, a survivor from the crash, but in theory, could be a child of the survivors if, yeah, they were to settle down, set up a farm, have a child, and then potentially get murdered by, ooh, say, pirates in that nearby structure. So, okay. Come on, kid. What do you mean take my stuff again? By any chance, yes, did Sarah's people survive until pirates came and murdered them, leaving only you?
Hey, I'm not stupid. Last time people were here, they promised to help. They ended up tricking me. They stole all of my good stuff and left me behind. I'm not going to let that happen ever again.
Okay, no answers so far. Right, kid. Explain and we'll see what we can do for ya.
Answers? About what? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Stop it right now. Put away that gun and talk to us. We want to know what happened here.
See? You're not nice at all. I knew it. You're a liar. That's all grown-ups do is lie.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Sarah. This was not the right time for you to start being, like, stern and yelling. Okay? Just chill out, okay?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. I was wrong to get so angry. We are here to help you, and we promise to tell the truth.
I don't know. You're kind of scaring me. Why should I listen to you?
Okay, so one of the crew that died on the planet, she wouldn't understand what that means, potentially. Yes, we can take you home if that's what you want, though I'm guessing you're gonna say this is home.
I was born here. This is my home. You're going to have to come up with a better story than that.
You were born here? Hold on. Oh my god. Your parents, your mum and your dad, what were their names?
Jenna and Elias. Why?
Jenna and Elias. Private Jenna Marsh and Corporal Elias Obrist. You're their daughter. Listen to me. I knew your parents. They worked with me on the Dauntless. I'm Commander Sarah Morgan.
You're Sarah Morgan? Mom and Dad's captain? My parents used to talk about you all the time. It's like a dream to finally meet you.
Okay, that's a positive reaction, because I was kind of worried given, yes, Sarah did, like, keep the ship in combat long after she should have retreated, so sounds like it's bloody lucky they didn't make this girl swear revenge or something. Though speaking of which, okay, let's get the full story as to whether they truly were fans of Sarah after what happened.
My parents told me she was in command of their ship in a huge battle. They said she was a hero and the bravest person they ever knew.
Okay, well that's got to be good for Sarah's guilt at the bare minimum. So okay, where are the parents now? Because I'm guessing this is about to get sad.
Yeah? Well, you're too late. My parents are dead. My father died a long time ago. And my mother, she was killed by those monsters at the graveyard. It's just me here now. All by myself.
Let me ask you a question. Actually, I don't even know your name.
Oh, yeah. My name's Sona.
Sona. What a lovely name. Sona, you mentioned a graveyard. Is that where the crew is, you know?
Buried? Yeah. It's a bunch of stones with those necklaces like the ones my mom and dad had hanging on them.
Thank you, Sona. I'm going to talk to my friend here a minute, okay?
Okay, Sarah.
Okay, so... Right. Looks like, yeah, the infrastructure to keep a person alive was set up by her parents, but now it's all set up. She knows how to, like, you know, presumably sow seeds, dry out vegetables, store stuff efficiently. Alright, that's how you've been staying alive. Though by the sounds of it, yes, like, your mum was alive until fairly recently. Whether you could really survive by yourself a long term or not, questionable.
I don't even know where to begin.
Well, step one would be there was mention of monsters who killed your only surviving crew member. So we should probably, like, you know, either deal with those monsters or get this girl somewhere where there aren't monsters. So, okay, Sarah, you're doing well, aside from the bit where you shouted at the child holding a gun. That bit not so good, but generally good.
Am I? I feel like a nervous wreck. Oh, there's so much to process. But I don't have time to deal with it right now. If you want to help, then find that graveyard and bring me those necklaces Sona mentioned. I'm hoping they're my crew's gene tags.
And by the sounds of it, okay, Sarah wants to stay here, hang out with Sona by herself, so, okay. Up to me, though. Ooh, permanently use. Oh, blimey. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. Less O2 and over-encumbered. I'll be taking that, thank you. And tragically, just standard mugs and nothing special. Dear oh flipping dear. Here we go, looped around. Pretty sure we have made it, so... Right. We've got ourselves not just gene tags, but also helmets left on the thing by the looks of it. So just grab all of you. So, okay. One per, well, gravestone made out of old scrap and whatnot. Hang about, this one's kind of fallen over. But this is not 10 gravestones, is it? Also, okay, game, I swear I've got more than 3. For some reason, it takes a bit of time to, like, update. It's updating one at a time, just very slowly. But that's definitely not 10. Also, oh, cock me, hang on, there's greater silverfish. And, like, right, that's nasty, because they look like dinosaurs or something. Okay, I'd say it's probably time for a shotgun at this point. This is concerning. Right, let's just put a nice throwable over there. Hi, guys! Don't mind me. For some reason, there's dinosaurs. Okay, honestly, for level 30, that's not, like, so bad. Just reload this. Just keep putting grenades over there. If we're lucky, they're fighting. Oh, you were fighting something else. Okay, you were distracted for a second, I think. I swear you were fighting each other. So, okay, just take you out. It's a weird, terrifying nightmare creature. Though hilariously, yes, in the UK, silverfish are what we call very small, tiny creatures that you occasionally find in, like, the bathroom. So the fact it's this giant, terrifying nightmare creature is kind of hilarious, actually. So, oh, you literally ate the crew members. Okay, maybe don't, like, mention that to Sarah or the girl, because that could have been her parents, potentially. Also, before I go back to Sarah, okay, I can't resist going to investigate what that structure is over there. Because if that's just assigned completely at random, and there just happens to be, by sheer coincidence, just procedurally generated, a human base just 700 meters from where these people were living in isolation by themselves for 20 years, that would be cocking hilarious. Oh, but this I'll say is cool, which is, yes, it's clearly the far side of this here mountain, but if I just use my jetpack to go from a treetop to treetop, then, okay, we can get up top the mountain. Right, I do enjoy it when you can do a bit of, you know, moving around, boosting, climbing with the old jetpack. That's delightful. Oh, this is cocking hilarious. It's not just one structure. There's an entire cocking valley filled with human civilization less than a kilometre away. That there is, yeah, by looks of it, some form of a mining or refining sort of location. There's more power infrastructure over there than over in this direction. That I do not actually recognise. It's a science outpost. There are actually scientists here. Scientists who have got robots and traders and have actually got their own ship, the Endeavour, right here too. Oh, this is just cocking hilarious. Oh, Bethesda games never change. Hey there, buddy. How many customers do you get out here?
You're a customer, aren't you?
Okay, so he's not going to acknowledge the dead crew members or little girl in the valley over. Lovely.
No! No, 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 no! How many times do I have to say it? I said I don't want to go! Leave me alone!
Sona, calm down and listen to me. It's much too dangerous to stay here all by yourself, darling.
I don't care. This is my home. You can't make me leave.
We can't leave her here. It's not safe. She has to come back with us to Jemison. Oh, I don't know what to do. Can you talk to her?
Okay, we're going to impose a new rule. And rule number 1 is you don't get to talk to children, because apparently you're terrible at it, and you just shout at them and then basically tell them they have to do things without, you know, properly explaining it in a child-appropriate way. So you stay over here and just don't say anything. Okay, so by the looks of it, yes, we are going to actually have a choice here. We could let her stay, or we could try and convince her to go. This is a planet where there are giant silverfish dinosaurs. Dinosaurs that did eat your mum after possibly also eating your dad. Sona's been here by herself for like, did she say about a year when her mum died? She's, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14 or something. Old enough that her opinion should at the bare minimum definitely be taken into account. But before we get to that, here we go. Knock back a cocktail and put my nice jacket on because, yes, I do quite like my nice jacket. Okay, Sona, let's me and you figure this out.
Why won't Sarah listen to me?
And, yes, probably specifically because she feels responsible for everything that's happened here.
Mom told me 1,000 times that it wasn't Sarah's fault that that I'm stuck here. That still doesn't mean I should leave the only home I ever had, does it?
I mean, I guess, you know, we've seen people out on much more dangerous planets, but generally, they're in company and have, like, you know, spaceships. Or at the bare minimum, communication equipment. Like, even the list settlers who want to be out in the middle of nowhere, they do chat to each other, so... Okay. In your opinion, Sona, thinking long term, do you really want to be here for the rest of your life alone?
Mom and Dad told me there was a whole universe out there, with thousands of planets. They showed me the maps and the star charts. That does sound pretty cool, but, well, it's also kind of scary. It would be hard to leave the only home I've ever known.
Okay, so she's not, like, you know, completely wedded to staying. There's definitely openness to seeing the rest of the galaxy. So, okay, don't describe, like, you know, anywhere else as a better home. Let's say you won't be safe here, because there are dinosaurs outside, and you don't appear to have, like, you know, an explosive shotgun.
Mom told me there were really bad people out there. Worse than the ones I've already seen. But leaving Mom and Dad behind, it's really hard. Even though they're dead, I don't want to abandon them.
Okay, so that's part of the reason she feels as she does. She doesn't want to leave the graves behind. Okay, like later, when you've got a ship, you can always come back. Like, this planet's pretty easy to get to.
Hey, yeah. Maybe I could get a cool ship just like yours. I'm sorry I yelled at everybody. I know you and Sarah are just trying to help. I'm going to go get my stuff and then I'll board your ship. Don't worry, I'll stay out of the way until we get, well, wherever we're going.
There we go, Sarah. That's how you speak to children. Also, where's Sarah? Oh, there she is. Sorry, I didn't realize she'd sat down next to me.
We're ripping Sona from the only home she's ever known and casting her back into society. It's going to be difficult for her to adjust to the changes. Wherever she ends up, just promise me we'll check on her from time to time, please.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Honestly, I'm kind of curious how it all works out for her, though you were saying Jemison, but, like, she can't be a UC citizen, not till she's, like, earned it by doing Vanguard work or whatever. So that's not going to be for, like, a long time. And if she's not a citizen, then how good is her life going to be in New Atlantis?
Look, before we leave Cassiopeia behind, I wanted to say one more thing to you. Perhaps at the overlook we passed on the way here?
Okay, Sarah Morgan has decided to no longer be following me. Beautiful, that means we can get Andreja back in a minute.
Before we head back to the ship, I wanted to tell you how much of an amazing gift this has been. You had to push me to come out here, and if I hadn't have listened to you, the universe would probably have never known about that little girl.
Okay, so we probably shouldn't, like, you know, mention to Sarah that, if I hadn't had to push her to come out here, if she'd just come out here years ago, she probably would have been able to, like, rescue members of her crew, because one of them only died recently. So the fact you've been dragging your feet for 20 years just means that, yes, there's now an orphan in that room, and it's kind of on you for not bothering to come and sort this out for 2 cooking decades. But you know what? We're not going to mention any of that.
Now, let's head back to Jemison. I want to give those gene tags you gathered to Admiral Logan and figure out what we're going to do with Sona.
Okay, we've got one more important thing to figure out here, which is, yes, it sounds like Sona's fate has still got to be decided. So, right, back to the ship, let's go take care of that. Okay, before we rush back to Jemison, though, no one's gonna mind if I take, one very small quick diversion, right? Here we go, Cassiopeia 2A, a mysterious scanner anomaly. Because by the looks of it, I can learn a new dragon shout down here. Here we go, Temple Zeta. So, right, Zeta I think was actually the most recent one I picked up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, when we were going round with Andreja. So alright, crack her open. I've got the, yes, matching relic. So presumably, yes, if you do happen to stumble across a temple without the matching relic, that's when the door won't open. So alright, next up, same as always, just go and boop the various blobs of light. Seriously, I need a better hat. This is not a good hat for the chosen one. Also, Sarah, stay back. You're not the chosen one. Right, pop outside. 220 XP, level 20, and on top of that, Grav Dash. Manipulate gravity to propel yourself forward and briefly increase any damage you inflict. Okay, if this was a melee character, that would be bloody incredible. But let's just, have a bit of a look-see at that. So, yes, if I just say and do that in a second while I'm on the ground here. Okay, it's a short dash. Though you can do it mid-air. That's kind of cool, actually. Because, yeah, that lets you do a lot of very fast... Oh, it kind of maintains your altitude a bit, too, if you do them in a row. Okay, could be good for traversal. Anyway, let's get back to Jemison.
Welcome back. Did you find your answers?
We did, actually. Also, would you like the gene tanks? Because I kind of thought we were getting those for Sarah, but, like, I've still got them, and apparently we could give them to you. So, yes, it wasn't actually for us at all. It was for these soldiers. Here are the gene tanks.
And we did it for the child that was marooned there. A child, born from 2 of the crew, that survived the crash. After her parents died, that poor girl spent years surviving on that hostile world, alone. We abandoned her, Admiral. We let her down.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. How could we have possibly known?
Okay, apologise to Sona. Ideally, give her UC citizenship straight away because, she was only in this situation because her parents died in the colony war, then get her a good education, etc., etc.
Sona. Is that her name? She must be a remarkable young woman.
She's extraordinary, Admiral. And I'm afraid the United Colonies let her down.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. We did let her down. One thing that I can assure you is that the names of these men and women will never be forgotten. I'll see to it personally.
Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck to both of you. It's been an honor.
Once we're done here, we should have a little talk with Sona. Poor thing's waiting for us at the lodge.
Okay, I would have thought, if there were orphans, because both the parents were fighting for the UC, the children ought to, get some form of benefit for life as a result of that, but... Okay, apparently I'm the only one thinking about the detail here. Sure, let's go speak to Sona. Okay, Madam President, I need to have a talk to you about the state of orphans created by the UC's war. Because, let's just say, there's gonna need to be some cocking changes around here. Okay, the President didn't want to speak and also I'm not allowed in her office anymore. So, actually, you know what? While I'm here, that does remind me of something I saw in Aegis. Yes, these are gonna be, like, the important planets. So, Volley, we passed by that. That was, Neon, wasn't it? We didn't go down there, but we passed it on our way out to the Red Mile. Cheyenne, that's Aquila. Narian, passed by that. Valo, that was where Hope Town was. Crixes, yes, Crimson Fleet Space, don't worry about that. Then we have got Earth, Jemison, but Ptolemy and Wolf. I don't know what either of those are, so... Right. We probably at some point ought to go looking for the remaining UC settlements we've not seen, because presumably these are big important cities. Here we go, so there's Sol, here's Alpha Centauri, which is, okay, part of a double system in fact, so Ptolemy's very nearby, just haven't bothered visiting it yet, so right, may want to go and pass by that, and there's Wolf. Here we go. One gas giant with some radioactive ruins right there. One moon and nothing of note whatsoever. And, okay, Ketonia, together with the Den. Okay, so presumably, yes, if I had to guess, this place is probably going to be in, well, ruins. There's a radioactive ruin sign, there's ruins right there, but thinking about it, this is going to have been the front line of the war. Right, we should go check those out. Okay, back to the launch we go. Let's figure out what we're doing with this small child.
So, what do you think? Do you like it here, Sona?
At the lodge? Yeah, this place is huge. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. You must be like a bazillionaire, Sarah.
Oh, don't I wish? This place isn't mine alone. It belongs to everyone who's a part of Constellation. And I think it should belong to you too, Sona. I want you to stay here and make this your home.
Whoa. Does that mean I get to go exploring with both of you? Or wait, do I get my own ship?
Okay, Sarah, this is something we definitely need to be discussing first, because this isn't a great place for a child, because can't help but notice you're kind of dumping her here. Then your plan to get straight back on my ship, and then we go elsewhere, meaning you basically just volunteered Matteo or Noel to raise a child without discussing it with them first. So, okay, Sarah, what have we said about you not being allowed to speak to the children? Like, every time you do, you make the situation worse. So, okay. Everything's going to be fine. So, yes, Auntie Sarah can buy you a ship, given this is apparently her bloody idea.
Well, Auntie Sarah can't exactly afford that right now, but she can provide you with the best exploration training in the galaxy.
I understand. Oh, and don't worry, I learn real fast, so you better get ready to have another member of Constellation signing on for missions.
I can't wait.
Well, anyway, thanks for letting me stay here. I promise I won't let either of you down.
I'm sure that you won't. Well, I think we should let Sona get settled. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to visit the Colony War Memorial now. I want to pay my final respects.
Okay, who's actually, like, handling the education and care of this child? You know what, it's fine. Walter's cooking rich. He can just, like, you know, get in a tutor, a nanny, a babysitter, whatever it is Sona needs precisely. It's gonna be fine. Although I'm gonna be honest, I'm not actually 100% sure what the, yes, War Memorial looks like. Oh, it's this flame off to the side of mast. Okay, I completely missed this, sorry.
Look at this. All these people. Their entire lives distilled down to names on a memorial. I wonder how close I came to being reduced to just a name.
I mean, pretty bloody close. You were on that planet for an entire bloody year.
I am proud. I was simply too foolish to realize it until you changed my perspective. Which is why we really need to talk about our friendship and where things are headed with us. Just let me have another moment here, and then we can head over to the waterfall, so we can talk in private.
No, Sarah, we've been over this. We're not flirting anymore. I'm way more into Andreja, okay? And possibly that cowboy. But okay, apparently we need to, you know, spell it out for us. So, off to the waterfall promenade we go.
It's lovely here, isn't it? I've been from one end of the settled systems to the other. But this place, this exact spot, there's nowhere else like it in the galaxy.
I really wish I could point out to her how weird I find the waterfall promenade because, like, you know, we know very literally, behind the waterfall, that's where New Atlantis keeps the poor people. They live in a slum behind this waterfall that you love so much. and I find that really weird and uncomfortable. Ah, but here we go, we've got to the point here. So yes, this is the point where if you want to, you can lock in friendship versus romance. So, I'm sorry, Sarah, but you're not the one for me. You're just a bit too much of a goody two-shoes. Honestly, I think the exact moment you lost me was when we walked into the Trade Authority and you started very sneerily talking about how disgusting it was that they were doing business on New Atlantis, while I was literally there to do some illegal business with the Trade Authority, who I've been routinely selling stuff to in order to fund my various misadventures. Okay, I need a partner with a little bit more, you know, dirt, a bit more grime, maybe a bit more snake person, shall we say. So, I'm sorry, Sarah. Let's just be friends.
You have no idea how relieved I am to hear you say that. To be honest, I was afraid this conversation was going to wind up with you storming away. I'm glad I was wrong. Until now, I never realized that having someone like you by my side could make me feel at peace. And I never want that feeling to end.
Okay, at the bare minimum, she's not crying, and also, she's given me a giant pile of money. Thank you very much, Sarah, that's very bloody kind. Also, now we're done, naff off back to the ship, okay? Just like, you know, do some navigating or whatever. Andreja, darling, we are back on.
Of course. Are you ready?
For you, Andreja, always. Oh, I tell you what, while it's actually fresh in my mind, yes, let's just mosey on over to Ptolemy, just so we, like, you know, understand what's going on in UC space. Alright, in we come and immediately being hailed. Hello there, UC Longsword 2.
This world is off limits. You were advised to jump to safe harbor immediately.
Oh. Okay. I mean, was kind of assuming that, you know, this being core UC space right next to Jemison, this would be like, you know, civilization, safe, etc.
Ptolemy 2 is a biological exclusion zone. Nothing down there but terramorphs and UC soldiers keeping an eye on them. Best course of action is to leave while you're still able.
Oh. By any chance, is this where Londinion is? Because, yeah, that would make sense. Core UC world right next to Jemison. Gotcha. Here we go. Coastal mountains. If there are, you know, going to be terramorphs everywhere, then if there's mountains, I could just jetpack away from them. I feel like I'm going to regret landing here. Like, within a matter of seconds, I'm going to regret it, because apparently this entire world is nothing but a giant catastrophic xeno-warfare disaster. Oh, hang on, Andreja. There's a level 6 wounded terramorph right here. Okay, bring it on! Bring it on, you stupid. Okay, they're still kind of tough, actually. Explosive shells. Explosive. Okay, now that'll do the flippin' job, Andreja. Just get out that really cocking. Ooh, that. No, that didn't hurt. That was my boost. Oh, good. Well, you guys. Well, it did say they were psychic. We heard they were psychic. It's possible he's controlling them. I'm not 100%. Also, where are the. Where'd he just go? Where'd he go? Where'd he. Well, now something much... Okay, he can burrow. Right, that's a thing he could do. Everything's fine. Just panicking a little bit here. He's down to, like, half health. Just get up to him with the shotgun. Okay, go over to a different shotgun. It's fine. I've got so many... Oh, he had a friend. Oh, that's more of a concern. Yes. Okay, just get the wounded one. There's... I think he just psychic blasted me. That's absolutely fine. Just get up top here. There's so many now. There's so many, and I'm pretty sure, yes, they're possibly friends with all the other creatures in the world, because I think they could call up reinforcements. Okay, Andreja, I think we've not made a mistake. I think possibly Andreja just finished off one of them. Oh, there's so many now. This is a problem. This is a big problem, because, okay, I'm being bombarded by psychic spit or something. Not 100% sure. Andreja, we've made a horrible mistake here. There's another one. Okay, it's time to cock and go. Okay, we've successfully killed like 2 terramorphs. Let's cock and get back to the ship. Where's the ship, Andreja? Also, where's Andreja? Okay, possibly we just need to leave it behind. I'm not sure. Guys, it's time to cooking leave the world. The guy up top was right. Take off right cooking now, actually. Screw this planet. They were completely right. We do not need to be messing with these guys, actually. Right. So we've learned some new stuff there. Terramorphs can apparently burrow and reappear. And I'm pretty sure they can, yes, control nearby animals. And also possibly they could call reinforcements. Yes, I know. Are you just calling me to say I told you so?
You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding.
No, I get it. Like, I fully appreciate this. I'm leaving, alright? You were completely right. I'm so sorry. And hilariously, that was the UC colony that wasn't on the front line, so okay. I imagine the situation in Wolf is even cocking worse. Alright, here we come, Etheria. This was the world with, yes, a mysterious radioactive ruin or something. Moon nearby, nothing of note aside from, yes, whatever HG is. Not hydrogen, that's H, so... I don't know. And okay, actually, hang on. That's a gas giant's chesting. Right, whatever this is, it's actually a space station. There's the den nearby, and the old den here, so right, I'm guessing you got exploded in the colony wars. Can't hail it, can't dock with it. Did say ruin, so right. This is not just, you know, a damaged spaceship, this is now so exploded you can't even dock with the damn thing anymore. And here we go, if the old den was, yes, a space station, looks like the new one is too. The world itself, okay, completely uninteresting. Basic resources and no life, so okay. Only thing worthy of note in this entire system is apparently one single space station. Possibly just, you know, a listening outpost or something. Keeping an eye on Freestar, given they're right next door.
The Den responding to hail. You are cleared to dock. Welcome to UC Space.
Okay, got permission to dock. Beautiful. Not the biggest station by the looks of it. And I'm gonna be honest, it's bit, you know, empty. Handful of people dotted around, but next to every other UC colony we've seen so far, oh dear. Graffiti, piles of trash. Okay. This entire station appears to be very much like the Well. I'm guessing maybe since the end of the war, this place, you know, didn't have any particular strategic significance anymore, so it's just been kinda left to rot.
I understand this station was once quite the luxurious place for UC military commanders. Based on what I see, I find that very hard to believe.
Oh, the way Andreja puts it, okay. That sounds like, you know, potentially corruption. Money flowed into this place and it was well maintained when higher-ups from the military were here. The moment they weren't, okay. I'm gonna be honest, yeah, these last couple of visits have not reflected well on the UC. Like, UC space appears to be 4 systems. One of them is a xeno-warfare disaster. One is Earth, where basically everyone we've spoken to on Mars hates their life and desperately wants to escape. And then there's New Atlantis, where they keep a slum behind the waterfall. So, yeah, the UC's not really got the best track record for dealing with its own citizens and systems, does it?
It would seem more prudent that the UC simply shut down this entire station, rather than allow it to endure in this state.
Yeah, you got yourself one sad, lonely bar with basically no one in it, apart from Phil Hill, who's kind of sad and lonely in his own way. You've just got, yeah, a tiny trade authority outpost over here, and that appears to be about it, actually. That's, yeah, basically the entire cooking station.
I tell you, this place went downhill soon as everyone turned their back on history.
Oh, even the bartender's an incredibly grumpy person clinging to the past. Gotcha.
Had some posters made up a while back to remind folks of the good work Vae Victus has done for all of us. Try and push back against all the lies the government tells. I'd put them up here, but that's, caused some friction with the Vanguard pilots. I hate to see them go to waste, though. If a strong-willed, patriotic individual, such as yourself, were to make sure some of them were placed where they could inspire the people of the United Colonies, well, that'd be something. And there'd be some credits in it for anyone helping out the UC. What do you think?
Okay, now I do remember this from the museum. Vae Victus was the name of one of the 3 admirals who stood trial for war crimes. Now, they were tried, as I understand it, in a Freestar court, so you could argue maybe they didn't get the fairest trial, but equally, yes, it's possible this man was actually a war criminal. Like, he was convicted of war crimes and executed for them. Whether he actually was or not. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not actually gonna do it until such time as, you know, I've got more information about Vae Victus. Because it is possible he was actually a murdering war criminal, yes. For now, though, as I've been saying for a very long time, we're going back to Vectera, though, John. Don't forget, you've literally got a skill point. Oh, and here's what I've been putting off for far too long. Boost pack training, rank 3. So yes, boost pack fuel comes back way, way faster. And that means, yeah, with just a bit more boost pack training, every bonus gets doubled. So, yes, right there. Less fuel, ridiculous fast regeneration. That would do beautifully. And yeah, this must be where our adventure began, because Crete is largely surveyed. That must be where that very first raid base was. And Vectera, that's where we started. Barely anything there. We've literally already surveyed the damn thing. So, oh, it's kind of nice to be going back to where we started. So, okay, Barrett, I appreciate this has taken us a lot of time, but we're finally bloody... Oh, hang on. We've got trouble here. Activate speed, activate boost, and looks to me like, yes, there's already an ecliptic very nearby. Beautiful. Just bring her around, slow her down, speed her back up again, take out the shield, and then go into... Oh, hang on. We've locked on to you, buddy. Take out engines with my special anti-engine weaponry. Down you go, you stupid losers. And how about... Yes, no more... Never mind, they already exploded. Oh, hang on, there's more of them. Sorry, my mistake. I think I'm being shot from behind. There were more of them than I thought there were, actually. Okay, everything's all absolutely A-okay, aside from... Oh, hang on, we're being super shot. We're being super shot. Everything's fine, apart from the fact we're being... I missed the one behind me. Okay, stay on the outskirts. Alright, stay on the outskirts and focus on the one that's not looking at me. Alright, let's just take you out. I'm pretty sure we're in range right now. Just take out all of this, buddy. He's focusing on me right now. I've got plenty of shielding. You go down. Help myself to this nonsense. 2,000 credits. Very, very nice indeed. Who else is here, by the way? This seems like, yes, a bit of a closer fight than we've seen before. There's one. Locking onto you, buddy. Take on all bits and pieces. Down you go. One more. Okay, this has gone much better because I didn't miss. There was one there that I wasn't aware of. So everything's fine as it turns out. You are 1,000 away. Right, well within a weapon range, in which case I've still got all of my shield and plenty of shielding these days. Slow around. Bring her about. Down you go, buddy. And you know what? What we're going to do is we're going to take out all of your engines, actually. And then we're going to dock. Is this my first bit of mid-space piracy, by the way? Because I think it might be. So, okay, just a mosey in. Ooh, zero gravity. Has the gravity gone off? It possibly has gone off. I'm not 100% sure. Did we hit the gravity? Gravity's right. Oh, hang on. You've got a turret. Sorry, I didn't realize you had a turret. This is all very embarrassing. Okay, go over to small arms. Because, yes, they're less bad at the whole zero-G blasting you around to McGibble. Okay, just take you out, buddy. Thank you. Pop along here. Marvellous. There's definitely more people dotted about yet. So, okay, just get over to here. Get the good shotgun. Open the door. And... I'm going to be honest, I kind of thought I had, like, a grenade set. But maybe I don't have grenade set. Also... Okay, well, this is going horrendously, embarrassingly wrong. Right, one of you is dead. Why is it 0G? I'm not sure why it's 0G. But this is not a good time to use a shot. I keep being blasted back by my own shotgun. It'll all work out in the end, probably. And honestly, bare minimum, this gets me a lot more stuff than I would have got out of the wreckage. So you know what? It's worth doing. If only because, you know what? Forget the ship. I'm just taking the stolen artwork. John, do not forget you've got that before you go back to UC space, though. Hang on. Hang on. That space station I was just at, they didn't scan me. Holy flip me. This is such a completely random outpost. They don't bother scanning incoming ships, but it's still got a trade authority outpost. Oh, Marcella, I suspect there's gonna be a lot we could do for each other in the coming weeks. Okay, I think possibly one of those ecliptic mercs I was firing at may not have been ecliptic mercs. I think possibly I just blew up a 3-star citizen. Now, I know there's such a thing as a bounty board, but Where the cock are they? I can't remember. I've never had a bounty before. I've been such a good space citizen. I'm like 90% sure there was one on Mars. And like it's a 3-star bounty, so it's okay to go here to pay it off, right? Here we go. I knew I'd seen this, so okay. Self-service bounty clearance. I'm very sorry that I accidentally murdered a person. Please send this money to like their children or whatever. There we go. Job done. I'm very sorry. I don't even know what I did. So okay, we're back at Vectera, but yes. Though the game is saying, hey, go down towards Argos, etc, etc. I swear, this was not here the last time I showed up. There is a mysterious crash site on the far side of the planet, so why do I get the feeling that Barrett's in trouble, and that quite possibly it involves a crashed ship of some description? So I tell you what, how about we figure out, yes, just how badly things are going for Barrett next time, because, yes indeed, I am here, I am in orbit, we cannot put it off any longer, so hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Starfield. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Ah, we have got a gate key here, and then we have got... I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake, I've made a mistake! This is going to take all of my skill and cunning as a hunter to sort out... Die, you mooing bastards! Die! Die! Go away. Go away, nobody likes you. That was a good idea till it wasn't.